All right, guys. Following another tough day of personal bets on Pt.1 yesterday, we dropped to 8-3 in our last 11 board member tier package bets on that website. And that's good for just 73% in that category. We got to do a better job. Got to get back on track. Now, if you think we can get back on track, the link for today's board member tier package bet is in the description section below. $1,000 bettors are now up only $4,200 during that span of bets. But if we're not hitting 100% of our bets, what are we really doing here? So anyway, if you're not signed up for that package on my Safe and Secure website, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll explain a little bit more about it in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, guys, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. I also sell my personal bets on BrockPage.com, and I have packages on that website starting at just $1.99. Now, the purpose of these YouTube videos is to provide you with free informational sports betting content. It's also designed to generate interest in signing up for a membership on my website. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my webpage. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Got some good leans here on the YouTube channel. Got some really good bets on the website. So I'm feeling really good here this morning. Very optimistic. So let's go ahead and begin. Actually, I want to start with the Hawks taking on the Celtics. 7:30 Eastern tip-off on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. Boston's -6 with the total at 225. Now, the Celtics did get the W in 8 out of their last 10 ball games. And they're amongst the toughest defensive teams in the NBA. Boston currently leads the association in defensive field goal percentage. They're also giving up just 102 points a game in the Garden. Now, scoring-wise, Jason Tatum, he's averaging over 25.5 points per contest, along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown, he's scoring over 23.5 points a game himself, along with 6 boards and 3 assists as well. And speaking of boards, Boston has also done a real nice job of rebounding offensively. These guys are in the top 3 in offensive boards per game. They're taking on an Atlanta team who really doesn't play great on the road. As a matter of fact, these guys got the W in just 11 out of 29 road games this year. That's good for a win percentage of just .379 during that stretch. Now, the Hawks' biggest issue this season has been their defensive play or lack thereof. They're giving up 112 points a game, and they're actually in the bottom 10 in guarding the 3 ball on the road. Now, injury-wise, Williams and Collins are out for Atlanta. When it comes to the total in this one, the Hawks saw unders recently with the likes of Chicago, Boston, and Dallas. Meanwhile, the Celtics on the other side of things, they are currently 18-13 to the under at the Garden this year. I'm going to lean toward Boston -6 and the under 225. Next matchup, it is going to be Nets versus the Raptors, 7:30 p.m. East. Toronto's -8.5 with the total at 219. But despite being favored by nearly double digits in this spot here, the Raptors lost 4 out of their last 6 ball games, and they successfully covered the point spread only twice during that span. Now, the Raptors may also have to go to work here this evening without the efforts of Freddie VanVleet and OG Anunoby. Both players are questionable with injuries. That could be a big problem. Even if they play, these guys are banged up. They're a little tender, so keep an eye on their status. And I'll tell you what, even when these guys are mostly healthy, Toronto really isn't shooting all that great from the field this year. They're currently in the bottom 10 in home offensive field goal percentage. Now, they're taking on a Brooklyn team who covered the number in 5 out of their last 8. And they also have a record of 19-13 straight up on the road. Now, Seth Curry's scoring over 17.5 points a game with his new team. He's also making 49% of his shots from three land with the Nets here. He's been automatic from long range. Now, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's scoring over 13.5 points per contest himself, along with 5 boards. Now, when it comes to shooting the basketball, well, there's no one in the NBA who does it better on the road than Brooklyn. These guys currently lead the entire NBA in shooting the three ball away from home, and they're also making 48% of their field goals in that same category. They're leading the association in offensive field goal percentage on the road as well. Now, injury-wise, Durant, Irving, Harris, and Simmons, they're all still out for Brooklyn. When it comes to the total in this one, Brooklyn saw their last 5 straight get over the line, 9-1 to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Toronto saw their last 2 straight get over the total themselves. The Raptors also saw overs more recently against the likes of Houston, OKC, and Atlanta. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Brooklyn Nets plus 8.5 and the over 219. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for part 1. It is going to be Pistons versus the Wizards, 7 p.m. Eastern start time. Washington's -3 with a total at 215. Now, the Wizards have done a pretty nice job this season shooting from the field. These guys are currently in the top 10 in offensive field goal percentage. They're led by Kyle Kuzma, who's scoring 17 points a game, along with 8 boards and 3 assists. Meanwhile, KCP, he's averaging just about a dozen points a game himself, along with 3 rebounds. And for those who don't know who KCP is, that's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, when it comes to head-to-head meetings between these two squads, Washington got the W in 7 out of their last 10 contests against Detroit. And speaking of the Pistons, they've gotten the W in just 6 out of 31 road games this season. That's good for only 19% during that span. Now, Detroit's also dead last in the league in guarding the 3 ball on the road. They're letting their opponents make nearly 50% of their field goals against them when they travel. Now, injury-wise, Jackson and Bagley are questionable. Diallo is doubtful. Meanwhile, for Washington, Kristaps Porzingis, he is questionable for them. When it comes to the total in this one, 5 out of Washington's last 8 got over the line. They're also 18 and 13 to the over as the official home team. Meanwhile, Detroit saw their last 4 straight get over the posted total themselves, 6-1 to the over in their last 7. I'm going to lean toward Washington -3 and the over 215. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on brockpage.com. Now, guys, if you're interested in getting a membership on my website, just keep in mind, you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on brockpage.com, you're going to get access to those picks all the way through the end of March. It's a max value Tuesday, guys. It's the first of the month. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. Well, there's no earlier than the first of the month. Guys, it's March. It's a 31-day month. You are getting your best max value if you sign up for a membership on my website. And I highly recommend you sign up for that board member tier. Because not only do board members get access to the board member tier bet itself, you actually get access to every single package that I offer on that website. It's an all-inclusive membership. It's by far the best package that I offer. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.